Hello, friends. Thank you once again, as usual, for joining my YouTube channel. I appreciate your time and your presence. God bless you. Straight to the point of discussion for today. I want to talk about focus. And I'll start by telling us a story about an encounter I had about 2 weeks ago. Um, you know, you always think that you have not made the right progress in life, and you believe that you are not supposed to be where you are supposed to be higher. And sometimes this is justifiable because it depends on your aspiration, your desire. There's nothing bad in it. So, back to my story. I had always felt that I'd used a particular vehicle for too long. I should have changed it, etc., etc. Anytime I had a bit of little issues with this vehicle, I always complain and just go on and on and on. But I'm sure some of us must have had this kind of experience. Without meaning to demean or abuse the status of anybody in life, I met a longtime friend somewhere, and he was a bit not in sync with what I expected concerning what I knew way back about him. And I discovered that he was having some struggles. And having a vehicle and maintaining a vehicle was not even in his radar at all. And that brought me back to reality that for every one of us at any point in time, we should be grateful to God. The tendency is always for human being to ask for more, to aspire for more. And there's nothing bad in that. I repeat, there is nothing bad in that. But we must put our aspiration, our desires into proper perspectives. I'll make a proverb, or I will say a proverb, that the person that has a head sometimes doesn't have a cap. Permit me, for the people who don't speak my language, ẹni tó nórí kò ní fìlà. You know, I tell everybody who is familiar with me, family, friends, colleagues, that there are two aspects to life, the good and the bad. When you go into an hospital, for instance, you see people getting discharged. In the same vein, you are seeing people being admitted. You are seeing in the same hospital people giving birth to newborns. Within the same location, you are seeing people being wheeled out for their final journeys. So, what is your focus? What is your aspiration? I want to appeal to you, my friend, that be objective, be aspirational, but ever constantly remain grateful for where you are. Do not measure your life by the yardstick of another person. You may want to aspire to be like someone. You may desire the status of someone in life, but do not be overly disturbed by, I say in quotes, your lack of progress. In quotes. Do not be overly disturbed. Number two is the distance of the journey. The context of the journey determines what you are going to pack or your preparation generally. A person that's going to be a medical doctor in school, his level of time usage and stay in the university is different from somebody who's reading a 4-year course. The textbooks rather that this one will buy will be different from somebody that is reading or studying economics. Your focus in life should keep you on your toes, undivided in attention, and unbothered by the events, or what I rather call distractions, around your environment. Some of this distraction is this person has acquired this person has accomplished this person is doing this person is, all is good. Keep your focus. Keep your focus. It takes me to another analogy that somebody shared. This is not original to me, of people queuing up at a filling station. Vehicles have different tank capacities. So if you see an SUV, you can see an SUV that is actually 4 plugs, maybe 60 liters or 65 liters. You also have another SUV that is 6 plug, 80 liters of fuel. You see another vehicle, it could be 120 liters of fuel. What this means is that when they get to the pump, they will spend different amounts of money to fill, assuming that all those tanks are empty. So when you see somebody fill up his car and it's gone, the person who is going to buy more will have to wait a bit longer. It depends on the capacity of your dream and your vision for life. Do not hurry beyond your focus. Keep your sight on the ball. Keep your sight on the ball. You see, if you are driving a car and you keep looking back, there's a center mirror, usually above your head, in front of your top of your dashboard. It's meant for you to look at your back occasionally. For old vehicles, if you have newer models of vehicles, they have cameras, so you don't really need to use that mirror. But it's very tiny. It means you use it occasionally. Now, the windscreen before you is wide and expansive. It means while you are driving, you are expected to keep your focus on the road, not to be looking back. If you keep looking back, if there is empirical research to show could have been causes of several accidents on the highways. You don't need to look back. Looking back can simply be termed as getting distracted by the things that could deter you or derail you from your focus. Another thing that you need to be conscious of is don't follow the Joneses. Do not follow the Joneses. It stems from direction. It stems from the fear of God. It stems from submission to God, that what people are doing, is that what God wants you to do, or is that what is in sync with your plan and your vision and your dream? If somebody is doing something that is not in line or in sync with your vision, you ignore, you focus on your own dream. Do not forget, the focus of our discourse is focus. Focus on your dream. Do not be dismayed. Do not be distracted. Do not be derailed by the events around you. Usually, like I said, and I repeat again, I term them as environmental distractions. It's as simple as that. Last but not the least that I want to highlight today is a powerful quote that I've heard Bishop David Oyedepo said or say several times. And it goes thus: life is in phases. Men are in sizes. My wonderful maternal grandmother always says, I speak Yoruba again, a kì í wo ago aláago ṣiṣẹ́. That means you do not determine your timing by another man's wristwatch. Life is in phases, men, and in sizes. When you are supposed to labor, you must labor. It's not the time to enjoy. It's part of being focused. When you are supposed to study, if you are a student, it is not the time to start going to parties or student activities. When you are supposed to pray, it's not the time to form activities of other things. When you are supposed to sleep, if you deny yourself sleep, it will tell on your body. When you are supposed to relax, my friends, please relax. In all, what am I trying to say? Do not be distracted from your goal, from your focus, from your dream, from your vision, by the things you think should have happened or didn't happen, or where you think you should have been or you are not. All those things can only lead to elongation of a journey that God is already involved in. Do not be distracted. I want to inform you a critical fact of life. If you are a child of God, until you have built up the capacity to manage His blessings in your life, God will not commit such great things to you. Do you know the reason why? He's a loving Father. Blessings are good. I can just narrow down on money. Money is the least of God's blessings. It's the least. I want to say that the greatest of God's blessing is soundness of mind and of body and peace. So money is, but that's what everybody can really relate to. When God sees that if He blesses you with money, you will not be able to manage it, and you might destroy your destiny. It won't give it to you. So some of the time when we feel that we have not arrived quickly enough, it is God, preparing us so that we will not rupture our future. I guess that's another, quotation from Bishop Oyedepo. Our children will drive vehicles. Some already driving. But because you love your son, you give a car to a boy of 7 years. What will happen? So the same way God deals with us. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is that do not be dismayed. Do not be discouraged. Do not be discomfited because of your present status in life. I'm not calling you for laziness. I'm not calling you for slothfulness. No. I'm saying that you are working hard. You are focused on your dream. Do not be dismayed by the events around you. As long as you stay focused and diligent, without any doubt, friends, you will certainly arrive at your desired place of success. Thank you for joining me in this discourse. I'd like to read your comments. I would appreciate if you subscribe and you share my videos. God bless you. Once again, go ahead and be great. Cheers.